Hello, my name is Mike Lowe, and I'm the coordinator, biologist, and fish guy for the Hay-Ologies program, which is run through the Hay-Ologies First Nations. Basically what we're doing is we're getting communities to do their own research and monitoring when it's related to aquatic resources, so fish. So day to day, our work includes a bunch of stuff, mainly fish studies and water quality work. In the communities, we do a lot of fish research. So we're catching fish in subsistence lakes, which are lakes that are meant for food fisheries, which are important to the smaller communities. We go in there, we catch fish, we dissect them, we analyze the aging structures, the bones in their ears to see how old they are, look at their sex and maturity, and this is all helpful to the management of these lakes. The other stuff we do is we do water quality samples. So we go to each of the tributaries along the Mackenzie and we sample the water, making sure that it's as clean as ever. I was always interested in biology. It's quite a long, even though I'm young, it's quite a long story. My dad was the biologist, fisheries biologist here for Fisheries and Oceans. So I grew up working side by side with him, working on commercial fishing boats, traveling around the Great Slave Lake, traveling around Northwest Territories, doing all kinds of things, interviewing people, sampling fish. I really grew to like it, and I always had a fondness for biology. It all started at Diamond Jeunesse Secondary School, where I got my grade 12, and a big influence was Bruce Green, who you've heard about. He was an excellent biology teacher and definitely piqued my interest. After that, I got a diploma at NAIT in Renewable Resource Management, and then Royal Roads, I got a degree in environmental management. And then I went to U of A and took a Bachelor of Science degree in biology. Yeah, it's going to the communities and combining science, Western science, with traditional knowledge systems that have been in place in the area for years, and seeing how they compare the similarities and the differences. And basically, they're both knowledge systems, and they both have the same objective, just a different way of going about it. So it's really interesting to see those comparisons.
Do you have, since it's National Science Literacy Week, do you have any suggestions for books people could read to get?
Definitely. So I grew up, I wasn't the biggest the reader of novels or fiction. I was always reading nonfiction. So actually one of the biggest influences were National Geographic magazines. My dad had basically every issue going, I don't know how far back. And then some other ones are basically anything written on the Nahanni River. There's one by a guy named Patterson, which is just amazing to see. These people, they were basically naturalists at the time. They would canoe up these major rivers, pole themselves up, canoe themselves up, overwinter there, trapping and recording all their observations and making notes. Oh, there's a great book by I can't remember the author, but it's called Being Caribou, and they with their young son, they followed the porcupine caribou herd through the Yukon, the Northwest Territories, and they did it all on skis. And it's an amazing story, and it really brings you one with the nature. Shows you like you get past that science boundary and you sort of become one with nature. Happy National Science Literacy Week.